These are the top 3 exercises for beginners on the stability ball. They work the abs, the core, the lower back, and balance. First is the bridge on the floor. Place your heels or calves on the ball and lift your hips to the ceiling and hold. Hold the bridge position for at least 5 to 10 seconds, squeezing the stomach and the lower back together and lifting the hips to the ceiling. For an added challenge, you can raise your arms to the ceiling while you hold the bridge. You can take it one step further by taking one arm and putting it on the opposite shoulder, and then doing the same with the other arm, as shown here. That will throw your balance off a little and force your abdominals and your core and your low back to work a little bit harder. Keeping the elbows to the ceiling, keep your bridge in that high position. Close your eyes and see if you can maintain the balance. If you succeed, then go ahead and put your bridge down, rest a little bit, and repeat. Exercise number 2 is the bridge on top of the ball. You'll walk out slowly, laying your back on the ball and making sure that your head is fully supported on that ball. Your upper back and shoulders should be on the ball as well as your head as you push your hips to the ceiling. You'll want to push your heels into the floor to engage your glutes and tighten the abs and low back. You can stretch the arms out to the side to open up the chest and to further stretch through the front of the body. The bridge on top of the ball has plenty of variations. You can also use it as a tabletop position for chest press, chest flies, and triceps extensions. You want to focus on lifting the hips to the ceiling, squeezing the glutes, as well as the stomach and low back, and pressing those heels into the floor. You can pulse up and down to further work the core and the glutes, focusing on engaging the belly button in tightly as the lower back comes to meet it. You can place more emphasis on the glutes in this position as well if you want to work them solely. You can also add the arms for a nice stretch for the full body. Dropping the hips and then opening up the arms as the hips come upward help to stretch the hip flexors, the chest, the shoulders, and the abdomen all at the same time. Coordinate this with your breathing to get the most out of it. Inhale as you drop your hips down and arms go up, and exhale as you open up the arms and lift the hips to the ceiling. You can do as many repetitions as you want, but normally about 3 to 5 are sufficient. Always move nice and slowly and focus on your breath and feeling the right muscles do the work. When you are finished, keep the abdominals tight and slowly walk back until you're sitting on the ball. This in itself is an abdominal exercise as well. The number 1 exercise for beginners to learn on the ball is the walkout, as this will be used in many different exercises, and this strengthens the entire body. So as you lay on top of the ball, slowly walk forward with your hands, allowing your body to come onto the ball and your feet to come off the floor. If you're unsure, you can actually leave the toes touching the floor. But the goal is to balance on top of the ball. Pull your shoulder blades back and down so that you engage your core and your back, and keep the shoulders in line with the elbows and wrists. Variations of this are also other exercises. For example, Superman's on top of the ball. So getting in position and walking out either further forward on the ball or keeping your toes on the floor for more stability. Once you get set in that position, pull the shoulders back and down and line up the arms. To prepare for the Superman, you're going to pull your shoulders back and down to stabilize your body using the upper back and the core. You'll make sure the hands are in a nice straight line, shoulders, elbows, and wrists. And then you can lift both legs at the same time, lifting them just barely enough so that you can squeeze your belly button and low back together and even squeeze your glutes. It's a small range of motion, and you can work at whatever range you prefer. The most important part is to squeeze that belly button and low back together as you lift the feet. A variation would be taking the legs wider. You'll get a little more glute action in this version, but you still want to squeeze the belly button, the low back, and the glutes while keeping those shoulder blades back and down to stabilize your whole body and strengthen your core further. You can do this exercise for anywhere from 3 to 10 repetitions. Focus on squeezing the target muscles and using that breath to engage your abdominals even more. When finished, slowly walk backwards one hand at a time. Another variation would be using the walkout to do planks, either straight arm planks or elbow planks. The first version here is the easiest. You'd walk out a little bit over the ball and then get down into the elbow plank or hold your straight arm plank, but either way, your shoulders are pulled back and down. You engage the core and the shoulder blades. To take it to the next level, you'll want to walk out a little bit further and hold a little bit longer, doing your best to keep that stomach tight. Then as you progress, you'll walk a little further over the ball yet again. Reset your posture by pulling the shoulders back and down and making sure the shoulders, elbows, and wrists are in line so as not to put pressure on the shoulders. And then you can go down again into that elbow plank. It will be challenging to come back up again, so be aware of that. If you go down on one side, you'll want to come up on the same side or the alternate side. Just make sure you're consistent so that you're not always coming up and down on the same side. You can actually take this all the way out until your ankles and toes are on top of the ball, depending on how far you want to progress with this movement. Just remember that you still have to walk back on the ball to get to your starting position, and you'll want to do that slowly so you don't fall off the ball. Workout tips and extra practice, follow along with me as we do these exercises in a live recorded class.
Squeeze your tush, pull your belly button in and lift a little higher. So we're going to bring that down slowly. And then we're going to put your arms straight up to the ceiling. And then we're going to do one more. So lift those hips up. Okay, here comes the fun stuff. Keep that position. Take one arm, put it on the opposite shoulder. Put your right arm on your left shoulder. Put your left arm on your right shoulder. Point your elbows to the ceiling. Hold your bridge position. Don't fall down. Push a little higher. Close your eyes. Seriously, close your eyes. And if you don't fall off, you're good. Open your eyes. Bring your bridge down. Did you close your eyes and not fall off? Yay. Sure you did. Okay, I didn't hear any thud, so you must not have. So as you walk it out, you're going to roll back, get your head fully supported on that ball. We're going to start with a nice little hip stretch. So your head and shoulders are fully supported on the ball. Hips press to the ceiling. Heels press into the floor. We can squeeze our glutes here. So squeeze those butt cheeks together. Take your arms, let them rest to the outside. So you can think about them stretching downward. First, so you stretch your chest and your hip flexors while you squeeze the lower back and the glutes. Now try to squeeze those lower abdominals, not the belly button, but below those. Keeping those feet wide to be nice and steady. The wider the feet, the easier it'll be, and we'll take it to a bridge position. So in your bridge position, you can either press up real high, or you can just kind of let it relax. So right now we're just kind of relaxing. Let your hips drop down and then just push back up again gently. Drop them down. As you push up, pull the belly button in and squeeze that lower back. Down and back up. Now as you come down, just hold them there so they're just bent a little bit. Take the arms overhead. Now, let's make sure we are clear on one thing. Your head is comfortably supported on that ball, correct? Okay, just making sure. So now we're going to take those arms and we're going to reach them out to the side and push your hips up to the ceiling at the same time. Take a deep breath, drop the hips, bring the arms overhead. Then take a deep breath, exhale, push the hips up, push those arms to the floor. Good, one more time. Deep breath, exhale, hips up, push those heels into the floor. Good, bring it back up. Now, here comes the challenge. Drop those arms, walk back over the ball, use your abdominals to tighten and sit on top of the ball. Worst case scenario, just sit on your butt and then sit on the ball. Get a little behind the mat. We're not going to be on the knees very long. As a matter of fact, you don't even have to come up on the knees. All right, you got that? All right, good. Going for a walk. Gonna walk as far forward as you can. We're holding a plank on the ball. So, okay, but Trixie, get your arms underneath you. Yes, that's right. You want to have your body over your shoulders, elbows, wrists. So it's going to feel like you're a little bit forward, but you have to be able to squeeze your shoulder blades. Otherwise, you're putting it all on the shoulders, and we don't want that. Come to the back, 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 back. Get your body over the ball. Now we're going to get your whole body on the ball so that your feet come off the floor, but that your hands are light, all right? So your hips are centered on the ball as much as you can. I just don't want your hands to be getting tired. Okay, weight should be more on the hips or the back of the ball. Bring those feet together. Pull your shoulders towards your hips. Tighten those shoulder blades. Lift the legs and lower. When you lift the legs, lift them from the hip area. So right at the upper thigh, lift and down. Squeeze your stomach and low back together and down. Exhale as you lift. Keep the knees straight. Do not bend at the knees. Legs are straight. Take those legs apart now. Take them nice and wide like a big V. Lift, hold, pull your stomach in, pull your low back in, lower. Inhale, lift, exhale, hold, belly button in, back in, down. Same thing, legs are straight, lift, hold, squeeze, pull, down. The harder you pull that belly button in through the spine, the better you're gonna feel it. One more time. Good, let's roll that back slowly. We're gonna do that because it could have been an exercise. You're right, it could have been an exercise, and I'm gonna show you what that is now. And you'll regret it. Maybe not. Okay, so this time we're not gonna walk out as far, okay? I mean, you could, but we're not going to. We're just gonna do enough so that the feet can either be nice and wide and stay on the floor, or they can come off the floor. So in reality, you saw me bending my elbows to fix my ring. But I could have also been going down to an elbow plank. Ah! So that means then I'd have to come up to a regular plank. Now the thing with this is we also have to start with the other arm. So whichever arm went down first, now we have to start with the other arm. So I went right first, and now I'm going to go left first. So we technically have to even ourselves out. And we hold for a second and say, oh yeah, this is great. And we'll come back up. But let's face it, if you didn't walk out very far, it was stupidly easy, wasn't it? Yeah, you knew there was something wrong with that. So you can roll out a little bit more. You can always change it if you want to. But remember, it's a plank. Yeah, oh God, Tracy's just ready to go. All right, then take it down. Have fun getting back up. No, just try to, what you're trying to do is come down with whatever arm comes down, right or left, and then push up with whatever arm you went down with. So if you went down with the right first, push up with the right first. Set the plank. That means stop, pull your shoulders back, squeeze your shoulder blades, walk back a little bit if it gets too hard, and then take the left down and the right down. And then go up with the left, go up with the right, stop, set the plank, squeeze the shoulder blades, tighten the stomach. Worst case scenario, you just hold this plank until everybody's done because we can't see you. We're not supposed to be looking around anyway. All right, but we'll try one more time. Which, right side maybe? You can also stay right down here if you want to, but it's gonna make it worse when you try to stand up. Good. All right, welcome back. Yeah. So obviously the further you walk out, the harder it's gonna be. Okay, but the main thing, and everybody rushes this, is that when you return to your starting position, set the plank. That means pull your shoulder blades back and down. Don't go into the next repetition in a sloppy position. You're gonna hurt yourself. And being a plank, it needs to be in that spot. So people try to rush it. They go down, they go up, and they just keep going down and up. And you have to stop in the middle and set it. Okay, just like you would for any plank.